The very first thing you need to do before buying a new mouse or changing your grip is measuring your hand size. While hand size is not the final decider of whether the mouse is right for you or not, I think we can all agree that it's better that the mouse fits better in your hand rather than have a huge hand but the mouse is tiny. Or the other way around, your hand is not that big but the mouse is huge. So measuring your hand is a good starting point. So for example, I personally own two mice. I own a G Pro Hero and the Razer DeFeather V2. Both mice are great mice, but the G Pro Hero is too small for my hand. So I decided to use the DeFeather instead, which is a much better fit for me. Next up, we're gonna talk about shape. There are plenty of shapes out there, but we're only going to cover two of them. Right-handed mice and ambidextrous mice. We're going to start with ambidextrous mice. The biggest advantage is that you can use any grip to maximum efficiency. The only thing that can potentially limit your grip style is the mouse size itself. They are symmetrical, so if you are a left-handed player you can use it without any issues. Due to their shape, they are also a lot more flexible than right-handed mice. So if you want to try out every single grip before deciding on one, it's probably better that you use an ambidextrous mouse. Now let's talk about right-handed mice. In theory, you can still use any of the main grips on right-handed mice, but hybrid grips are much harder to perform, and if you are a left-handed player, you're gonna have a much harder time using a right-handed mouse, for obvious reasons. There are two main advantages to a right-handed mouse. The first one is that if you are using palm grip and the mouse fits your hand, it will feel like a glove. And the other advantage is that they are generally more comfortable than ambidextrous mice. So you've decided on what mouse to use. Let's talk about the actual grips now. People like to say that there are only 3 grips. However, that's a huge lie. There are 3 main grips, that's true, the palm grip, the claw grip, and the fingertip grip. However, if you combine some of these, you get completely different grips that feel different and they perform different. I'm mainly going to talk about the main grips, but I'm going to touch a few of those hybrid grips as well. Starting with the palm grip. Palm grip has one big advantage. It's easily the most stable one, which means that for games like Valorant or Counter-Strike, this grip is great. However, since it's very hard to use your fingers, you lack two things. It's much harder to micro-correct, and you also lack vertical motion. If your aim is good enough that you don't need to make micro-correction, and if you feel that there aren't that many vertical elements you need to take care of, then you can probably use a palm grip without any issues. A good compromise between control and accuracy is claw grip. Claw grip is the most balanced one, because you have plenty of control over your mouse, but you also have a lot of flexibility and vertical motion. In my opinion, this is the most versatile grip and one that everyone should at least give a try. And the last main grip is the fingertip grip. This one is similar to the claw grip with the exception that you do not have any contact with the mouse with your backhand, you only have contact with your fingertip, just like the name suggests. In theory, if you can master this grip, you can have the best aim on the planet, because with this grip, you can micro-correct everything, however it's the hardest grip to master. You do not have all that much control over the mouse, so it takes hours of practice, and I mean thousands of hours of practice in order to actually get good at this grip. It's basically a high risk, high reward grip, you could say. Now let's talk about hybrid grips. There is a grip that's called 1-3-1 grip. You have your thumb on the side of the mouse, you have your index finger on the left click, your middle finger on the scroll wheel, your ring finger on the right click, and your pinky holds the right side of the mouse. You can combine this grip with any of the other 3 main grips. There is one disadvantage to the grip. You have less control because there is less stability on the right side of the mouse, but it feels more comfortable to use, and if you jump with scroll you can just move your middle finger to jump, and that's that. For the rest of the hybrid grips you can basically combine all the other grips between them and you can come up with something new. The grip I personally used for a very long time was the claw grip, which is a great grip. However, I changed my mice, so I decided to change my grip as well. And my current grip is actually a combination of fingertip grip and claw grip. You could say a finger claw grip. The main difference between my grip and the fingertip grip is that I actually do have a tiny bit of my backhand on the mouse, but not too much. This way I get to keep some of the control from the claw grip, but I also get more sense of motion from fingertip grip. I personally encourage you to experiment with every single mouse grip until you find something that's right for you. Thank you for watching, have a wonderful day.